Hello, and welcome to Colonel Kelly and Johnny H13 that I invited to this sort of, I don't know, Civil War tutorial, if you will. Hello to you guys.
I'm fine, thanks. Welcome to everyone. Well,
Yeah,
I'm fine as well.
excellent. And I played through the tutorials. You saw the first video with me and Johnny, and then I played the last two tutorials, and then I went to the campaign, and I am just as confused as I was when I first loaded up the game. So you guys have a bit of experience with it. I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do here?
If we take into American history, there were no conscripts in the very beginning, more like volunteer armies. So yeah,
Okay.
you can't recruit en masse, unlike
Right.
later in the war. So in this case, press the cog icon in the upper left to start recruiting.
Okay, so I'll recruit some army then, and I can only recruit, of course, in my states, but like I have.
A very easy way to go to your states quickly is to press the cog icon. You'll see the troops laid out on the very bottom.
Yeah.
Double click the troop icon. It'll take you to the closest place you can recruit that unit.
Oh, right. Okay, I see the green are like highlighting now, but I think it would be smart to recruit troops in Maryland, right? Because then they're close, right?
It's better to recruit troops as close as to the front, or you have another. You could also make them recruit closest to each other, so you can combine them easier and then move down quickly.
Okay. So if I recruit some troops in Baltimore, they're kind of safe, right? For it take some time, and then they're also close to the front, right? So that should be.
Yeah, I highly doubt that the CSA will attack you in the very beginning, because they too probably have to raise up their own volunteers.
Okay, so Fredericktown just it looks like a good place to get the recruits, right? But there was something about like I can like the okay, so I tried recruiting a brigade now, and then I can double it or something maybe.
You drag it onto a territory,
Yeah.
and then.
But then I can go to F2 and I can see it, and I can add to it, right?
I believe that's just for replacements.
Okay.
You know, the small icons on the bottom right, those are to DQ replacements in the event that you have losses.
All right, right. So I should recruit some more men then. I can then do it in different states. I can recruit some in where's that? In New York, Middletown here. Let's see how it goes. And then in Illinois. Illinois is good, right? They were the hardcore troops, right?
yeah. The Iron
right,
Brigade comes from quite close from there.
Yeah. So I can recruit
I
them
believe
in.
there are also volunteer troops as well. So
Okay, but this is for the Western Theater, it seems, because they're like, quite far west. Should I have some cannons too? Cannons that can be recruited down here, I think. Yeah, they can. Okay, so I'm recruiting a lot of units now. And I don't think the tutorial. How does the supply function work? Like I can recruit a supply wagon.
I believe you attach it to your army, and then it'll help it keep in supply for longer while in low supply areas.
Okay.
I believe.
Guess that makes sense.
There is.
Of course, it'll lose its effectiveness if you go deeper into enemy territory and all that. That's why you need to establish military control and overconquer territories and all that.
Okay, right. I can recruit one brigade as well. Should I take that too?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I've recruited everything. Should I have the supply wagon too? I'm not sure that's necessary. I'm pretty close to the front lines now, right? So.
If you want to make a dedicated attack into the CSA territory, you're going to need an effective supply system somehow.
Okay, somehow. See, this is what I love about this game, right? It doesn't really tell me, but somehow I need a supply. Okay. So the game started at Fort Sumter. What can I do there? Can I refight the Battle of Fort Sumter or something? Where is Fort Sumter even?
Fort Sumter is in South
Like in the
Carolina.
south, yeah.
Yeah, it's down here somewhere. It's see, this is where my U.S. geography is lagging. Okay, I found Fort Sumter. It has a. Not sure what it has in there. It has a artillery battery. That's not very useful. So I guess I shouldn't try defending Fort Sumter. That seems kind of useless, right?
Uh,
But are we already at war, or how does that
I
work?
assume yes, because if the CSA exists, there's civil war. So assume yes.
But the CSA existed before the Civil War started, right?
No,
I mean,
no.
okay, sorry,
No.
I'm wrong. Okay. I
I
just
can
remember.
just imagine the comments on YouTube going to attempt to argue back and forth and all this now.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Luckily, I'm not a big channel, so yeah. Okay, what else should I do on
One
my
day,
first?
someone's going to revisit this and go, no, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. No, everyone's wrong.
Everyone's
You all
wrong.
suck.
Yeah. Okay, I can recruit some USMCs as well. Are they any good? Those look cool.
Marine
Or
Corps, if I'm
no,
not mistaken.
no, I can't. They were from. I'm wrong. I can't. Okay, so what else should I do in my first turn?
Find a way to to get
Hold for
generals. I'm
wild
not sure
ones,
if they spawn naturally or you get them through battles or something. I'm not sure. I've forgotten that one.
The
You
generals
also
or?
have to deal with. Yeah. You're going to need generals. I've forgotten how you get them in this game. They might come out naturally, or something else. I don't know.
Okay.
Also
Have you
have to
made
deal with- Hmm?
have you made political decisions yet? Like
No.
The
I can,
indecisions. I suggest you start investing in infrastructure since
Okay, I can.
you should take advantage of everything possible. Of
Right.
course, don't sacrifice too much.
But there is no like Department of the Interior. There are no historical options currently available. So I think they'll come later, maybe.
I believe it's in various. Is it in various or is it in decisions?
Department
I'm not
of
sure.
War. No, it's. I mean, I scroll through all of them, and I can. Like, this is the war production,
probably,
right?
Probably too early then.
Yeah, and I can raise taxes, but that seems a little early, maybe.
No, don't raise taxes.
And I can print paper money. That also.
Issue war bonds. Shouldn't you be issuing war bonds at this point, or just a bit later?
I'm not sure. It says it
Like,
costs 25 victory points. Where are my victory points? They're
Is
here.
the star icon up there?
That's
85.
the national morale. Is that the same thing?
It's not. I'm not sure it's the country's morale. I believe it's something else. Unless
Kinda
there.
game-
Okay, I see the victory points here. I have 50, so it's sorry. So I don't see the need for that right now. I don't need the money. I have some money. Okay, should I end this turn then and just see what happens?
Wait. Click on territories and see what you could do with them. Control click and see if you could build stuff because you might be able to. Or if actually no wait, it's in the interior department and all that. So never mind. Never mind.
I don't think there's anything to build here. So next turn, I guess.
Don't forget to plan in the future to blockade the enemy in building ships and all that.
Right. So how do
this
I?
game also has a navy, and unlike the other games you play, we are not experienced with said navy.
No, definitely not.
I could imagine a bunch more Whitworths and foreign arms coming into the CSA due to our ineptitude.
Yeah, probably. I feel like I would have been a bad Lincoln somehow, at least at this stage of my career. So the Navy, how do I recruit Navy troops?
It's the same way as you could recruit normal troops, but I don't think you can build any right now. You might have some. Check your strategic atlas to see if you have any fleets out there, because you might be able to use them to preposition. You might be able to preposition them into ideal locations.
It says I have some. Okay, here are some troops or some ships. Anyway, you see? I don't know if you managed to see it.
It's still delayed by I'm not sure how long on my side.
Okay, right now I have a list of ships open here. African Squadron, Atlantic Fleet, Cairo Squadron. Never heard of any of this.
I am
Double click
also
on it.
not sure how blockades work in this game. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay, but many of them are river boats. It seems.
Yeah, don't send them out to open sea. That'd be
No?
very bad.
Now you tell me, right? Okay, so there's a New York Squadron. They're just sitting there. They could go on the blockade, right? They can.
I believe the blockade is like a separate icon. Like like there are multiple blockade points. I'm not sure how many you need to fill up.
Not
Those
sure.
brown boxes you can see in the
But I had selected the. What did you say, Kelly?
there are, you know, these brown boxes you can see Atlantic blockade.
Yeah.
Just have to put fleet there basically.
Okay,
Stay there
so
and
I'll try moving out the New York Squadron here. They can go to the Atlantic blockade. This region cannot be entered. At least one of your units is not allowed. Okay, that's just very helpful.
you have to
Make sure
move
you're
them.
not sending out a. Sorry. Make sure you're not moving a riverboat out there. I don't think they're allowed to do that.
No, I'm pretty sure this looks like a it says Atlantic Fleet. So
God, you can go to France.
yeah, gonna go invade. Okay, there. Now it worked.
I'm unsure if you can actually invade France if you're dedicated enough and the foreign intervention happens.
Can you?
That's pretty interesting.
No, it's more because I think there was a CSA ship that was sunk right near the coast of France.
There's also when foreign intervention happens, other troops from Britain and France will spawn there. Then they will travel over the sea and actually invade you. So
Really?
don't.
Oh my God.
Yes, if you screw up badly, they will invade you, and you'll find yourself fighting on multiple fronts and probably
Okay.
losing.
That's
Oh,
wonderful.
come on.
Okay,
Trigger that one,
Yeah,
please.
I'm gonna end my
So
first
don't
turn here, and see what happens. I think I'd moved my fleet, but I'm not really sure. It doesn't really move somehow.
There was some kind of sound.
Yeah, but it's not
Normally
indicating
you have like, don't you have a number icon near the unit?
a number
It'll show
icon.
you how many days it'll take to travel.
Yeah,
to
but
certain locations.
it's not making the line, so to speak. It's just making a
Try to
sound.
move it to the next tile, maybe? Yeah, not working.
Not working. Okay, I'll end this turn. We need to get something happening, right? And let's see what happens. Hopefully I get
Oh,
some.
but they have an icon. They have like this red icon, maybe. Oh, they are locked. Can't use them yet.
Yeah.
Maybe? Okay.
Well,
Whoa, something happened at Fort Sumter. And I think the Confederate States took Fort Sumter. So, hurrah, the war is on, right? Okay, now I can invade. Do you see it? It opened up the territory for invasion. So now I recruited some troops, right? And
they're still taking time. I believe like a few turns for them to reinforce completely, because I
Okay.
believe it takes like 6 or 8 weeks for them to train fully.
right.
You don't want to send absolutely green troops or untrained troops to the fight, do you?
No.
Worked well for grunts, basically.
But these guys up here, I mean, it seems like they're just sitting around and should be moved to the front. There are some units here at Jersey City and whatnot, Brooklyn. And it seems like I could make some sort of attempt to move them, maybe? Not really sure. Those
Yeah,
won't be
you want
moved.
to gather as much forces as possible near Alexandria. It's a very important point.
Right. So I can actually have a
Try
Windfall
to cross
Scott.
I believe you should try to cross the Potomac and hope that the enemy does not have something to prevent you from doing that. Because
Okay.
if you can't cross the Potomac, well,
Yeah, then I'm
you've
in
got
trouble,
a
right?
massive problem on your hands.
Okay, so I managed to combine. I have Winfield Scott. Is he a general?
Was the commander in chief, basically.
Okay, but he won't move though. I can't move to
Yeah.
Alexandria somehow.
Well,
Watch the envelope on the bottom right. If it's closed, he can't move. If it's open, he probably can move unless there's some other reason preventing him from moving.
yeah, when
Okay.
you have this red locker on the unit, it means they are not ready, basically.
Ah,
Are
okay,
still
so it's
checking.
5% ready. But then I have a whole bunch of generals here. Do you guys see them now?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's still delayed
Yeah,
on our
no, I can see
side.
them.
Oh
Right,
yeah.
right. So I should be able to do something with these guys. But they're just generals. They don't have any army.
I think you have to recruit more, basically, and then organize these generals into.
Yeah. So basically the idea
You
is,
could probably issue war bonds now because look at your victory point score.
well, yeah, I have 125. But I also have a lot of money, so I should see if I can recruit more troops, right?
Recruit more troops, build up your infrastructure, do other things, make everything work more efficiently, etc., etc.
Okay, but there is no Department of the Interior. There are no options available. Um, so
The other department?
Department of War, nothing.
I believe in order to improve a province, if you go to the decisions icon in this upper left, you press decisions, and then you'll be able to do things with that.
Right, I have decisions.
And then
Okay.
you could do stuff with that. I can't see what your current options are yet until the Steam thing finally catches up, but
Right.
we'll get
Okay,
there.
we will try to raise additional conscripts for our army by drafting our loyal citizens. That seems like something I should do, right?
Might be a bit too early for that.
The
Because
draft?
if you lose the beginning battles badly, you're going to need your country's your morale up. Because if it
Okay.
gets to 0, you lose.
Yeah, right. That sounds familiar from another game.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can develop territory then. That seems useful, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't forget, you have you also have to deal with the western front, like the far west, California and all that. So
Oh, really?
you don't want to have them grab from under you without you be able to do anything. So don't neglect anywhere, basically.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. But right now I don't have any troops to recruit. There are no troops available. And
Weird, because you have.
you can see
probably
here
going to be
lists.
probably going to come up more later.
Okay,
That
hopefully.
icon in the top left. Icon.
The cog?
The cog icon.
Yeah, I think you need to speak a bit louder, Kelly, because you drop out. So the TeamSpeak filters
that's
you
weird.
out. Yeah, because it stops your voice activation if you don't speak loud enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Or it's the internet.
Or it's the internet. But anyway, decisions. So I can develop territory. That can be useful, right? I'll try developing some territory, see what happens. Pennsylvania can be developed. Let's try that. And plunder. That doesn't seem very nice.
I don't think Sherman is in any way available to command an army at this point, so no march to sea for you.
Okay, that's
No, not
unfortunate.
just yet.
Telegraph line. That also seems useful. Let's
I
have
guess.
telegraph lines in Alexandria. That seems good. And defensive? Nah. That seems not that useful. Landmine, scorch earth. Okay, so not like I want to make
Also,
any.
try not to defend only, as if I remember correctly, if you only defend and you screw up somewhere as well, it's much easier for foreign intervention to happen.
Okay, right.
So be careful.
But right now I'm just trying to get my army started. I think I'm gonna go for the next turn because I don't have any army from what I can tell. It's just
Make sure there's nothing in the west either,
um,
because you might have stuff there. You might not. I don't know.
okay. I have some volunteers. Okay, McClellan is here. Huh. Okay, right.
Yeah.
And I have some Indiana. I think we should move those. Okay, can't move those. How come?
Oh yeah, be careful in who you place in command, because I believe at some point in the game, if you try to sack inefficient commanders, but they're popular, you will lose morale points.
Okay.
So be careful in who you set up early.
That's wonderful. That's just perfect.
But when you go into the army recruitment tab, you just can't do anything for now? That's kind of weird.
Yeah,
So you might be able to sort out. Try sorting, because you might have accidentally pressed the sort button to something. Just make sure. I may be wrong though.
all
Okay,
theaters.
then you have to probably wait for another, I don't know how many, another week or another 2 weeks, 15 days.
Right. But I do have some army over here in the west that, I mean, do you guys see this? They don't have a general, but they. How do I get them a general? Should I take one from the
You
west?
have to move a general all the way over there.
Okay then, I'll see how that works.
But you can move in by train, though, so he gets
Okay.
there faster.
That sounds interesting. Let's try that. So I have here at Washington, I have a general's pool, and who do we want? We want
You can look at the stats, I believe,
right,
and that's quite important.
But we want to.
Since the Western Theater isn't that important, don't send your best general over there. Just send an okay one.
Okay, how about
Send
McClellan's already over there?
He's already over in the West.
He's in
What
Ohio.
the fuck?
He's in Ohio now.
When I'm talking about the West, I'm talking about California and all that.
Oh, okay, that's not what I'm talking about. When you say West, I'm thinking of
Midwest.
Midwest, I guess. Anyway, we were talking about a general. So how do I send them by train? Let's pick one here.
There should be a transport option, basically.
Yes.
So
Redeployed. Okay, so they can be redeployed. Click on the map. And I want him to go to, where did I find? I find a small army here. So I want him. Okay, I sent 2 generals there now. Let's see how that works out for me in the next turn then. Already 3 turns
I
in.
have a feeling that it's just somehow going to fail, and then you
Yeah,
lose your generals.
if perhaps, I don't know. Because now, I mean, I don't see that I have an army. So the only way forward is to try recruiting men, right? But these guys won't move. I mean, they have.
It takes time for them to be raised, like 4 turns for them.
Okay. Huh. But I can move these guys now, I think.
Yeah, they don't have any icons telling you otherwise.
But okay, so if it's red, I can't move it, right? Like the letter
Their
here.
information.
And yeah, I still really don't know what I'm doing.
Just like income, basically.
Yeah, but it just seems like, I mean, these guys here. It looks like I should move a general to them, and then they can move, maybe.
I believe
they can move without.
They can move without, but they're still recruiting, because this is only the 3rd turn.
It's fixed in the region for 2 turns. Okay.
Yeah, you still need to wait until they finally get their act together and be trained, and then you can send them on a train over to Maryland.
But my generals made it here to my small army over here, so that's something. But how?
You're making progress.
Yeah.
Look at you, you're the boss.
Pay attention to the pay attention to the foreign intervention thing up on the top, because right now I'm not sure what it's at, but if it gets to 100, you have to deal with France and Britain.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No, but it's fine. Let the French come.
But okay, so I have an army here. Okay, they won't be ready for 2 turns. Okay, I think I'll see if I can recruit men, and then
don't
if I
forget to keep improving the countryside. You need that.
Right. Okay, see, now I can recruit a lot. Do you guys see this?
Still heavily delayed for me.
Okay, but there are like really a lot of, like 132 units available now.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so where to start? And we need some army. You said in California too, right?
Not too many, just like a brigade or so.
Okay, but how do I figure out?
California.
Okay, but how do I figure out which ones can be recorded? Okay, so there are actually.
It shows the state names in parentheses, so.
Yeah, so actually far west. Okay, so I can recruit. Let's have one unit.
If you can't recruit anything, so.
Oh, I can.
Oh well.
I can recruit something in Las Vegas.
It's not gonna be much help for you. But,
or you could just ignore. You could probably ignore it over there. Ignore the far west, because there are militia in the town, but I'm not sure if the CSA will actually attack there in force. If they do, then.
Okay, I've recruited one brigade there now, so let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then.
In my experience, like the 2 most important theaters are obviously the East and the Mississippi River. This is where you need armies.
So, where did north or old northwest? No. Okay, so all units now. I can see I can recruit 131 units. That's quite a lot. Let's just get some men then, I guess. These all look very cool somehow. Siege artillery. We're not laying siege, we just want to invade Manassas, right? For now. I mean, Beauregard is sitting there. Okay.
Do not reenact the Battle of Bull Run. Don't do it.
Are you sure?
Oh, it's fine.
Well, I'm not saying enact it exact. I'm not saying don't fight there. I'm just saying don't do it in the exact same circumstances.
Okay, right.
No, but if I remember, if you manage to keep defensive units in Frederickston and Alexandria, you basically block the rebel in the east, and they won't be able to do much against you.
Okay, right.
Unless they attack you, of course, and win.
But you have the river, so unless you have like very small armies, it should be fine.
Okay. It seems like I can move into
I'm probably thinking this is more of a player versus player and what I would do as a CSA, but
yeah, you always think the AI is too smart, Johnny.
Let's see, Ohio. It's all very grand, this thing. But I'd like to recruit some men near McClellan here. I think I should be able to reinforce him somehow. If I can.
Do you really want to give men to McClellan, though?
Yeah, maybe. But why does it say he's fixed for 4 turns? What did he do?
The scenario just might say he's fixed.
Okay, but these guys, I think they said they were fixed for 2 turns. Last turn, too. So that's.
No idea.
Okay. See, this is part of my problem too, right? I have no idea what's
Did you
happening.
recruit something over there? Because that might have changed the timer a bit.
Perhaps.
But the units seem limited for 2 turns, but McClellan is limited for 4 turns actually.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so more units. But where to have them? And even if they show up, then what happens? How do I put them together into an army? That's also part of the
You
puzzle.
actually have several tabs, and you have to merge these tabs.
Yeah, you have
Okay.
to do that.
Okay, so where should I recruit army? More over here to the northeast?
Yeah, Alexandria definitely, and then around Fort Donaldson, this
Okay.
area.
And what's that area called? Is it called New England? Because I
New
could.
England would be Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, etc.
So yeah,
Okay,
a bit more
right.
north.
It's just I can filter and I don't see. There's Mid-Atlantic, Old Northwest, Northwest, Southeast, West, Southwest, Rockies, and Far West. So where is the Virginia Theater in that filter?
Yeah, that's weird.
Mid-Atlantic, maybe?
Yeah, Mid-Atlantic would be the best, I think. Southeast, maybe, because it's the southeast for the Union.
Yeah, it seems Mid-Atlantic is the... Okay, I'm gonna order a bunch of units now. If I can get away with it. Let's see. New York regiments. New York regiments were good, right? Parrot guns. That sounds cool.
Depends.
Okay, that's loud. I can have Marines.
Get the 3-inch ordnance rifles. Those are better than the Parrots, somewhat.
Are they?
Arguably better.
Okay, let's see if I can find some of those. I can have pontoon bridges too. Huh. Cool. Suawas. Should I have some of those? Those are cool.
I'm afraid the game sound is quite loud, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll not sure I can get into the options without exiting the game.
You'll be fine, I hope. Also, don't forget to build ships, because the blockade was also very needed. I'm not sure if your fleet can handle the blockade runners without sufficient numbers.
Right. So I should have ships. Where are there ships?
So I'm not sure if you have to worry about it too much in the beginning, though I'm not that experienced, no.
No.
Don't you want to wait for Ironclad? I think they're better, anyway.
Yeah?
They are better, of course, but but if the enemy gets stuff through the blockade easier in the beginning, then you're going to have a harder land war.
Okay. Makes sense.
Because you don't want them to have like a huge amount of Whitworths or all that, rifles or cannons, either way.
Right.
Any sort of foreign arms helps the Confederacy somehow.
Right. Okay, I see now why I can't move the troops, because they're stuck for 2 turns as well. The Atlantic Fleet is stuck as well. Okay. Should I have cavalry? Cavalry doesn't seem that useful in this war somehow.
They're very useful for raiding behind the line, because you can cut the supply line of the enemy, and that's it gives you kind of amazing results.
Does it? Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna try having some brigades here too.
But they're like more useful in a separate unit, not in the body of the army.
Right. Makes sense, I guess. Water boats, that's cool. Let's have one of those. And as you guys probably figured out, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just really just recruiting men.
Just think of what you want to do, as in, do you want to win the war immediately? Do you want to wait a bit so you could build up your strength and then go for the knockout punch? Or do you want to do whatever you want and hope for the best?
I want to do whatever I want and then hope for the best.
Well, at least in the beginning, you don't want to enter Virginia, because that's not gonna work well for you.
How come?
Well, you don't know the numbers of the enemy, and since you won't have a good defensive position, the battle can get so random actually that you will lose, and you will be like, "Fuck, I have to start over again."
Okay. It seems like I used my recruitment pool now because all the units turned red now. So it doesn't look like I can.
Are you out of recruits conscripts? Check that icon on the very top.
No, I'm out of money actually.
Oh. Raise war bonds. You could do it.
Okay,
It's the
let's
people.
tax the people. That's what they did, right? So
No, it's
$800,000.
not taxation. We're gonna pay you back after the war.
It's the same. It's the same.
Okay, so let's click on it. What happens here? Ah, right. I just sign it. That's cool. And then the next turn I get it. Right. And there are still no options for developing the Department of the Interior.
Oh, it's fine.
It takes time to believe.
Okay, let's go to the. I have strategic decisions too, but they don't really seem that relevant now. So let's have a look at the next turn then. Okay, something happened anyway. It doesn't look like the CSA is doing much, but there might be just okay, it is really loud, but anyway, okay, let's see if something happens. Like, is the counter ticking down on these troops? Can I move them? Okay, I can move them next turn. Right. And then I have these guys are being recruited. It just seems like there should be an easy way of having an overview of which troops are ready now, right?
I think you could filter that out, if I'm not mistaken, in the
Okay.
Strategic Atlas.
Which is like here.
Today.
Because I'll hide fleets and I'll hide locked armies. Okay, so this is the armies that are ready now, which is not that much.
And can't you start to gather something around the east, at least?
I'm trying to. I think I put together a bunch of troops, like here. You see here? They have a bunch of divisions and...
Oh, in the Midwest?
No, here in Alexandria.
Oh my god, there's a fucking delay. I'm actually going to restart the broadcast so I can get more recent.
Is it that far behind?
As well. Yeah.
Okay.
What you can do, Johnny, is end the broadcast and restart it so you get closer to what Koro is actually doing.
Okay, these guys are not locked, so they can move out. But how many troops are in an army? Like, how do I tell? Does combat power?
Something around there.
You just click on their logo, right?
Yeah. No.
But the number of troops, you mean? That's something like a number, if I remember. If you hover, or maybe if you right-click over the unit, you can have the details of them.
Right.
And yeah, you have the power value. It's more important than numbers, actually. It's the power value.
Right. Sure, but it's just nice to have a sort of sense of what's happening. But these seems like the West Virginia group here should have like a general somehow.
Yeah, that could help.
Yeah, and we have Patterson Command here that are also locked, at least for the moment. It seems like a lot of troops will open up the next turn. But I can send. I want to send a general to this army there. To me, it doesn't look like it has an army. It says Hancock, but there is no army.
Just put troops with Hancock, and that should work.
Like here?
Or I'm attempting to get the broadcast up, so.
Right.
But like you had Banks right here, he seemed to be alone. Can't you just send him over there so we can join up?
I'll try. Where was Banks? He was
In the east, like near Baltimore, if I remember.
there, right, Baltimore, and then okay, I can actually form an army with him, so I can do that and then send him over there. And he has the most seniority, so that seems like the right call. Let's see what happens. Form army. Ta-da! And yeah, wow, I'm already winning now. Can you feel it?
I can
And
form
okay,
armies,
move by rail, right? And then I'm gonna move him.
Banks seems to have very bad stats for some reason.
Does
Unless
he?
I'm wrong, but
Well,
Nathaniel Banks,
he was a terrible general, that's for sure.
he does have bad stats. So do you want him really in charge of your army?
No, it's a small army. Never
It's a
mind.
small army, and this said he was
Okay.
next in seniority, so I better, obey all the.
Well, because if he has bad stats, he might get some initiative failures, and he won't move. So it'll
Huh.
be, yeah.
Okay, but how do I move by rail? I wanted him to.
But that's what you're doing right now. He's
Is
only
it?
20. He would take way more than 12 days if he was going on horseback or something.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So he's moving there now. And these guys over here are still locked for one more turn. And this guy's locked. Locked. Everywhere is locked. And I have supposed to have a strategic overview of everything, like all the armies. Where was that? Ah, there. So these are all the armies somehow. Huh. Okay, I think we should probably have a break now because we've been at it for a while, and I don't know. I'm gonna go to the next turn to see what happens, and then we can cut it into pieces and perhaps pick it up another time. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
That's fine.
Thanks for the help, guys.
You're-
I'll see you in the next video, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.